Hello everyone! If you want to remotely access and control a Linux machine from Windows, just like using remote desktop on Windows Server, then in this video, we will install and configure XRDP on LinuxMint, Ubuntu, or Debian-based. First, open the terminal window on your Linux machine. This is where we will run the commands to install and configure XRDP. After opening the terminal, the first thing we need to do is update the package list from the system repositories. After updating the repository, we will install the XRDP package. This service allows Linux to accept remote desktop connections from Windows using the RDP protocol. Next, we will add the XRDP system user to the SSL cert group. This allows the XRDP service to use the SSL certificate when establishing a remote desktop connection. After that, we will check the system group list to confirm that the XRDP user has been added to the SSL cert group. If you see XRDP in the SSL cert line, it means this step was completed successfully. Next, we will start the XRDP service and enable it to run automatically with the system. This way, after each reboot, XRDP will still be ready to accept remote desktop connections. After starting the service, we will check the XRDP status. If the status shows active running, it means the XRDP service is running successfully. Next, check the firewall status on the system. If UFW is enabled, we need to make sure the remote desktop port is allowed so Windows can connect to the Linux machine. Here, XRDP uses the default port 3389, just like remote desktop on Windows. So, if the firewall is enabled, we need to allow the system to listen for and accept connections on port 3389. If you see port 3389 listed as allowed, it means the rule has been added successfully. Next, we will check the IP address of the Linux machine. This is the address we will use on the Windows computer to connect to Linux through remote desktop. At this point, the Linux machine is ready to accept remote desktop connections. Now, I will log out of the current session before switching to the Windows computer to connect. After that, switch to the Windows computer. From here, we will use the built-in Remote Desktop Connection tool on Windows to connect to the Linux machine we just configured. Then, in the Computer field, enter the IP address of the Linux machine that we checked earlier and click Connect to start the connection. On the XRDP login screen, leave the session option as Xorg. Then, enter the username and password of the Linux account you want to remote into and click OK. If the login information is correct, we will be able to access the Linux desktop directly from the Windows computer. This means the remote desktop connection using XRDP has been set up successfully. That's it. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to support the channel. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.